We have some new information on a story so many of you brought to our attention. The sudden closure of 5 fast food restaurants in Maryland. Even though Bojangles has job listings on Indeed.com, the chicken restaurants closed months ago. And tonight we're hearing from former employees who are raising serious concerns about how the businesses were run. So we sent our Adelia Gonzalez to Upper Marlboro to investigate.
We heard from so many former employees, all alleging the same thing, gross mismanagement of money. One woman telling us they owe her thousands of dollars in back pay.
It's our word against their word.
But we're not just taking her word for it. Even though this former Bojangles shift manager didn't want to show her face or share her name, she showed us receipts. Her story, like so many who reached out to WUSA 9, alleging wage theft, counterfeit checks, and fraudulent W-2s. This woman says they owe her more than $5,000. What do you say to folks who are like, well, you're a disgruntled employee?
I was never disgruntled. I have all my paperwork. I called Department of Labor. I went to the IRS in Washington, D.C.
So she turned to WUSA 9 for help. What stood out about the cashier's check to you?
What stood out was there was no pay stub attached to it of documentation of my hours and how much I worked and how much money we'll be pulling out of our checks.
You think these checks were short?
They were not my full pay, and then I told them I was going to call the cops on them, and they told me this is not a street brawl, let's not get ghetto. And I felt very offensive as a black woman because I felt violated, disrespected, discriminated against.
She and so many employees who emailed the station tell us the money problems extended to basic operations.
We asked them why we're running out of food, and they told us that it costs too much to supply. So at this point, we were walking to neighboring businesses like Popeyes, or we'd go to Safeway or Checkers just to get chicken or buttermilk or even ice for customers.
We reached out to Bojangles, who tells us the franchisee no longer works for the company and former employees must contact him. This woman says he's not returning calls. My name is Adelia Gonzalez. I'm a reporter. We reached out and couldn't get a hold of him either. I reached out to the Maryland Department of Labor. I'm still waiting to hear back, but advocates tell me there are some civil remedies that these employees can take, including filing a complaint of wage theft with the Department of Labor and reaching out to the Office of Taxpayer Advocate. We will stay on top of this story for certain and let you know what happens next. In Upper Marlboro, Adelia Gonzalez, WUSA 9.